we're going in one at a time, plucking and snipping some of your negative energy. Take a few deep breaths. I think there's a chance that you're going to feel better. Oh dear. I can see you're going through some things and that you're needing to de-stress. Would it be alright if we went in and targeted and removed some of that negative energy that you're experiencing? Great, thank you. Let's get started. Let's start by making an assessment and see what we've got going on here. I'm going to shine a light and do a bit of an investigation, okay? Alright, just circling here, looking for corners here. Okay, on your forehead, between your eyebrows, your temples, on your jaw. Are you holding stress? Are you holding that energy that you're wanting to get rid of? What about your neck? Back here. Let's see. Just feeling, palpating, seeing what's going on. Ah, yes. The good news is that even though there's tension, it can be worked at. I'm going to get some lotion. We're just going to start out nice and slow, warming up the area, and we're going to get that negative energy to loosen up, and we'll start to pluck and snip away at it, alright? Is it alright that I touch you? Okay, thank you. We're going to go in, getting the top of your shoulders and the back of your neck. Just want to gently ease in, let the muscle know that it's going to be okay, that we're going to be doing some work, but we don't want to shock it. We want it to be prepared. Alright, so now I'm going to just apply some pressure to your eyebrows for a moment, okay? Just here and here, holding this area where we tend to frown. Okay, this can be a little uncomfortable, but take a deep breath in for me. Another deep breath in, and pulling that stress. One more time, and getting deeper and deeper there. Well done, very good, good. Okay. It is nice, especially at the back of the neck here, right even where you feel the base of your hairline or where your hair would be. Just some tension that can build up there. It can be good to apply pressure and to really sink in. That's nice. So I like the idea of lighting a match, setting an intention, using the visual of the flame representing that negative energy and then blowing out that life force for it. So let's pick I want us to pick out what it looks like. There are several matches in here, but I want you to tell me what your match looks like. The metaphor is your negative energy. Is it a particular type of stress? Are you carrying around something from inside you or something from outside you? Is it something that you experienced, or is it a thought that you're having that's bothering you? What is the weight on your back, on your shoulders? Here it is. We're going to light it. Give it a name. Name it. 3, 2. Watching it burn. All went out on its own. Maybe that's a good metaphor for today. That we named it, and by putting some attention, the idea is that we're going to be rid of it. Let's do one more. This time we're going to blow out the flame. Do you have your name? The name for your match? Is it worry? Is it angst? Is it anger? Is it fear? Name your match. I'm going to find it in the pile. It's not always fun to name it, but here it is. It's going to be part of the process. We're going to light it and let it be put out. Okay. There it is. Do you see how it's making its way down and down and down? Truthfully, this one would have fizzled out on its own, and we just gave it a bit of a push. So maybe sometimes things can diffuse. They can be managed just by a matter of time. They say time heals wounds, but I'm of the opinion that there are things we can do, whether it's by mindful intention or either processing or addressing, or it's even sometimes putting our minds on other things. It really depends. You're going to be the best judge, and you may have someone in your life that you can consult to help navigate and determine what the best course of action is. But just keep this in mind. Name it. Imagine that you get to blow out the flame. Might be helpful. I'd like just to keep that in mind for the rest of our time today. We're going to go in and snip away, plucking and snipping some of your negative energy. Okay. Look how shiny my hands are from that moisturizer. It's wild. Just gonna fix that right now. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna reach in. Reach in. Let's start in the forehead. Plucking there. And snipping it away. Right there. And good. Right there. We're going in one at a time. Imagine messing up a sweater. It was in an episode of Friends, I think, where Jean-Claude Van Damme, pardon my French pronunciation, but he was on a movie set and Monica and Rachel were on, and it's discover that Monica has a big crush on Jean-Claude Van Damme. So, but she's too shy to speak to him, and Rachel offers to set them up. And when she speaks to Jean-Claude Van Damme, he asks her out, and she says yes. And when they're home, back in their roommates, Monica and Rachel, and when they go home, I can't remember which friend threatens to put marinara sauce in one friend's bag, the other friend's bag, and the second friend starts to unravel a sweater. And I think it's Monica with Rachel's sweater. Snip. But I picture how sad that sweater looked as Monica was just pulling out that thread, pulling it. The sweater was deflating. It was being picked apart at, and that's what we're doing. So imagine an ugly sweater that you hate. Just picture the most hideous sweater that you can imagine, and we're pulling a thread out of it so it becomes unseemly, unwearable. We're snipping at it, so you can't even re-sew. You'd have to get new threads. Pull and pluck. Pulling and snipping away. Pulling and snipping. Pulling and snipping. It's going to go around your jaw. Around your jaw. Pulling and snipping. Do you grind your teeth? You grind your teeth when you're stressed, when you're carrying around that negativity. Pull and pluck and stress. Pull and pluck and snip. Pull and pluck and snip away. We want to release some of that tension so you can help in this process. See if you clench. It might not happen when you're conscious of it, but move your jaw from side to side, maybe even give yourself a little bit of massage. Feel if you're tight, even here. Are you tight in your jaw? Are you tight in your forehead? This might be a good time to give yourself a little bit of massage and to target and to think about washing away that negativity. And while you do that, I'll pull and snip. Even if you're just imagine your head getting lighter, your neck feeling less tense, or wherever you hold your negativity, your tension, imagine weight lifting. I have, wow, look at those angry traps. Angry traps. They should have called that video game Angry Traps, not Angry Birds, because look at those things. So that's from shrugging and leaning forward too much and having this posture looking at smartphones and screens and that. And, tension can build up there. So, sometimes it's just gotta tell them to chill. So I don't actually exercise my traps in the gym. Gotta work out those muscles in the back. So, I might tell myself to release. Don't hold up my whole head with my traps. Release. And with my neck. This is probably it's probably how I was born, but there's a little bit of a bump there on the spine, and that may be from posture, but regardless, you're definitely going to notice it if I'm leaning forward that way. So give that vertebrae a break and come up. Look, my neck's not used to being this upright, so learning to train. It's okay. I acknowledge, like, hey, this is because I've stretched this out for so many years. Push back. Be mindful. Posture is a big undertaking, but in this moment, so we don't have to fix everything right now. But being conscious of where we hold our tension can be useful. I'm making this sound because hair brushing sounds can be calming, at least to me. I can brush you too. In between plucking and snipping, get a little bit of a break. I have to be mindful now not to lean forward so much, because even if it's a change of 0.5%, can make a difference. It's wild how much we can hold in our bodies. And I'm not suggesting that your posture is the only thing that's causing you stress, but I think it's a feedback loop. I think you feel that negativity, you're experiencing it, and you hold it in your body, and your body keeps it like a reserve, like a bank, so to speak. And it's this idea of opening up that safe and getting rid of those stocks and bonds that we don't need anymore. It's like, heck, my values don't align with this. I'm not gonna keep this, or I can cash out. I can cash out now. I'm gonna invest in something else, or I'm gonna put the money down on something that I prefer. My thoughts have changed, or I'd like something else. That's the idea. So find your tension. Breathe into it. Picture the flame. Name it. So we named your stress, your negativity. Name where you hold it. Do you hold it in your heart? Do you hold it in your gut? Do you hold it in your back? Do you hold it in your memories? Where are you holding that tension, that negativity? We're gonna go in and pluck and pluck, pluck rid of it. Pluck. Ridding it. Just targeting every strand that we can. Let's turn this sweater into shreds. It's an old sweater anyways, it's not serving us. We could use the threads for something else. Maybe make it into something new. Knit it into something that we want to use those resources for. Snip. I think as unwelcome and as unhappy as this negativity is, to some extent it may have served you, may have had a purpose, may have been helpful in telling your mind to not return to a certain situation, or to avoid something, or to process, to want to do something differently, to want to improve. There are reasons why our mind goes there, our body goes in the direction that it does. It's with the hope of serving us, but when it goes beyond that, when it's hampering us, when it's bringing us down, it's okay to go in and to pluck and to snip, to pluck and to snip away, to pluck and to snip, to pluck and to snip away. Remove, be rid, good riddance, goodbye, take care, see you later, never. Go in and just trim a bit. There we go. Trimming, trimming, trimming. Calming you. Few deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth. One more time. In, out. How are you feeling? I think